O Lord, lead us from unreal to reality. Lead us from darkness of ignorance to light of wisdom. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome to you all again. Yesterday, we had the introduction of the human construction. Who am I can be taken in two levels. One is what we understand, what we know as who we are. And the second, who am I? That is, I am consciousness. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this. So the present, this course of 4 sessions, which we started yesterday, is referring to the first portion of who am I. So yesterday we saw the gross body is Sthula Sharira, is made up of organs of perception with which you recognize the world, and organs of action with which you act. These two sets of organs, they have no capacity to operate independently. There is a master for these 10 organs, and that is the mind, Manasu. As the mind directs them, they operate. So we also said mind is subtler than the body, and that is how subtler things control the grosser things. That is a law anywhere. Then we also said there is something called intellect, buddhi, which is subtler than the mind. Therefore, buddhi is capable of controlling the mind, provided we have developed the intellect. Today, I'll give you one secret to begin with. Just trying to connect the God with this body, that is gross body, subtle body, what we have seen. Just to repeat, gross body consists of organs of action and organs of perception. The mind is a seat of emotions. It is an emotional personality within us, and it is like a child within us. And the intellect is the discriminating faculty within us, and it is the one much subtler than the other two equipments we have. The Sukshma Sharira, mind and intellect, is our inner personality with which we live through this life from birth till death. Now, the secret is all these are inert, jada. The body is also inert. The mind is a subtle matter, but it is matter. Intellect is subtle matter, but it is matter. They have no capability by themselves. And all these three operate in the presence of the consciousness, which we all in normal terms call it as God. The consciousness within us reflects on these instruments called buddhi, manasu, and the organs. When the consciousness is reflected by these instruments, they get life. Just as a bulb is there, and the current is there. The bulb by itself doesn't have light. The current by itself doesn't have light. It doesn't have light by itself. But when the current passes through the bulb, there is a beautiful effect called light. Similarly, this body, mind, and intellect, by themselves, they don't have life, L-I-F-E. The Chaitanya, the consciousness within us, which we call God, it also doesn't have life by itself. But when these two come in contact with each other, there is a scintillating presence of life, what you see all over the globe. So this gives a better explanation of what is life. Otherwise, what happens when a person dies? Until he is alive, all these equipments, the body, mind, and intellect are working. The moment these instruments are unable to reflect this consciousness, the body cannot anymore operate. Life is, we say that, is a body. We don't say it as a person. Even he is a king, even he is a pauper, whatever we are recognizing him, until now, it will be no more recognized, and they all are only bodies. In a war field, when you see, there are only, we call them as bodies. We don't recognize this person, that person. So this is the secret of the life. And there is little more secret in it. Let us consider the consciousness is there within us, and which is the most closest to the consciousness. That is the buddhi, intellect. The outer layer of our personality, if we just take it like that, that is buddhi, and it is directly in touch with the universal consciousness. The buddhi, then the mind is reflected. Through the mind, the organs of action and organs of perception are reflected. That is how they get the chetana, or the consciousness. So there is a pure consciousness, which we consider as God, and the moment it is reflected in buddhi, it becomes conditioned consciousness. When it is reflected in the mind, that is still again a conditioned conscious, much more conditioned. When it comes to the organs of action and organs of perception, they become more conditioned. That is why they are clouded. The pure consciousness is absolutely a clean mirror. When we see through the, when a mind tries to see through the clean mirror, the mind projects its desires onto the mirror. That is how we are unable to see the consciousness. This is an additional benefit. So the reason why I'm telling is, what is the importance of intellect? Since he is like a prime minister, very close to the president. Our prime minister can easily access the president. All others have to go through the channels. Therefore, that prime minister is our own buddhi. And that is how we must develop the buddhi, so that he connects us directly to the God. All right? Is it seems to be okay? All right. We'll go to the today's session. Here, yeah. So today's, before entering the today's session, you all may say, sir, all that is all right. We have come to this world and we have our own desires and our own needs. Then how do we handle this? Yes, you are perfectly right. You take anybody anywhere in the world, whether he is a Japanese or a Russian or an American or a Briton or a German, the entire humanity has two motivations in this world. Mainly only those two motivations. What are those? Let us analyze this. Every human being on this planet wants to acquire something, and having acquired, would like to enjoy that. I'll repeat it. I would like to acquire something. This is my first preoccupation in this, first occupation in this world. And second thing is, having acquired, I would like to enjoy that acquisition. A little more. Let us say, I don't have a house. I would like to acquire a house. And having acquired, I would like to enjoy the house. I don't have a vehicle. I would like to acquire and enjoy it. I don't have a partner. I would like to acquire a partner and enjoy it. I don't have children. I would like to have children and enjoy them. Are you all with me? One
Yes.
of you.
Yes, sir.
So the entire humanity is working on this acquisition and enjoyment all through their life. Then what is this philosophers are talking about? We are all philosophers. Yesterday we decided, no, we are all philosophers. Why we are all philosophers? Did you recognize the definition of philosophy yesterday? What was discussed? For the benefit of everybody, I will again tell, because it is very important to know what is philosophy, which is loosely used in all regular transactions. Philo means love, Sophy means knowledge, wisdom. So love of wisdom is called philosophy. Since you all have come here to have the wisdom, that means you are lovers of wisdom, and therefore you are all philosophers. We are all philosophers. So this acquisition and enjoyment has to be viewed from the philosophical angle and checked. This is what Socrates said, no? Unexamined life is not worth living. We keep on acquiring, we keep on trying to enjoy, and at the end of our life, we notice that we are still not fully happy. The purpose of acquisition and enjoyment is to fulfill ourselves, to be peaceful within. But are we that? So since we are not, I presume you all agree with me that even the richest person, you won't ask him, he is the most worried person. The most famed person, if you go and ask any of the film actors, they are the most miserable people. Similarly, any of these acquisitions in this world doesn't lead us to peaceful living. Therefore, we have to examine what is this acquisition, what is this enjoyment, should I not acquire, should I not enjoy? If I have to acquire and enjoy, how I should do that? What does the wisdom people or our ancients have told us? This is the discussion. So keep this as the background. We will move into a new chapter today, because all over the world, everybody wants success. Is there anybody who does not want success? Either material world or philosophical understanding. Everyone wants success. I wish I had some of you with videos on, because I am talking to a blank screen. So if it is possible, you can take. Actually, those days, people who want wisdom, they used to go to the Himalayas in search of a master and go in front of them and sit below. That is Upanishad. Upanishad means, Upma means near, Ni means below, Shad means sit. Near, below, sit is the Upanishad's meaning. So that is how the knowledge is transacted in those days. Anyway, coming to the subject, everybody wants success. Now, if I ask any one of you, what is success? Can you define? How would you say success? As a what is the meaning of success?
Success is little individual, and and whatever we dream of, if we reach that, we call it success, and it is uh, individualistic. Success of one might not be something great for other.
All right. So success means what you dreamt of. When you achieve it, it is a success, isn't it? Very correctly put. That means when you achieve, so that is an effect. All over this entire world is operating on cause and effect. You all agree? Going to a medical school, you will not become an engineer. So you go to a medical college and become a doctor. Cause is you entered a medical college, studied, and at the end of the course, you have been conferred with a doctorate degree. So everything in this world is cause and effect. So if success is an effect, so if we focus on effect, you will not achieve anything. Suppose we say, I'm a doctor, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor. For 5 years, you do the japam in front of Siddhi Vinayaka Ganapati, in front of the most powerful god in Bombay. At the end of the 5 years, we don't get a degree. What is the cause? If I want to achieve something, what is the cause? That we have to look into. Can any one of you define what is the cause? Take it as a not as a particular success I am looking for. We are now a general description of the success we are talking about. If I want to achieve a particular any particular success, what is the cause? I have already told there should be a cause. What is the cause?
Desire.
Happiness.
Yes. Okay. Desire is also a thought which has come into you telling that I want to achieve this. Someone wants to say something?
Happiness.
Yeah, happiness again is an effect, isn't it?
Okay.
Happiness is not something which is a cause for happiness. What is the cause for happiness? All right. See, an action produces a result. So an action is a cause and the result is a happiness or success. Is it clear? There should be an action. Then only there is a result. And that result is what we are looking at as happiness, success, etc. See, there is a small story Swamiji explains. There was a person, a great devotee, and he wanted lottery to be conferred to him by the god. So he went on praying God. He prayed like no other devotee. Ambarisha, Dhruva, they were all low. This was much higher devotee he became. but God didn't come. He got so fed up, he shouted to God, "What kind of a God you are? I am such a great devotee and you are not bothered about me." Immediately God landed there. Then he asked, "Oh, why you are not answering my prayers?" Then God said, "Yes, I want to help you. I want to answer your prayer." He says, "Then why are you not answering? Why are you not helping me?" Then he said, "Baba, you want, well, your prayer is what? You want lottery. But have you purchased the ticket? I am asking you, at least do that. Purchase the ticket. Then I can help you." So a right action produces right result, right success. If you don't act, you cannot expect. Just as we said, you cannot keep on praying the whole year and expect the result to be pass without opening the books, without studying the subject. You all agree? So the right action produces the right success, what you are looking for. Then the question comes, what is the right action? Can we go into this now? What is success? Success is an effect. And what is the cause? Right action is a cause. What is right action? How do we define right action? So here, again, I brought the picture of this chariot, which is very popular. I think most of you definitely must have seen this somewhere, one or the other place, because it is shown as Bhagavad Gita's symbol. You see the senses or the horses. There are 5 senses, 5 horses, and there are 5 reins, the ropes. And those ropes is equated to mind, and all the 5 reins are held by the intellect, buddhi. And the person who is sitting there, the sarathi, the one who is driving your vehicle, is the intellect. Now imagine he let loose the reins, ropes. What will happen to the chariot? It depends upon each of the senses. One sense may drive you to taste, another may for sensual thing, another can drag you to other attractions, what these 5 senses are for, which I'm sure you all understand. So the intellect has to hold all these 5 reins and use those reins in a particular way. You want to turn left, you have to pull the left side horses and let loose the right side horses. Similarly, if you want to turn on the right, if you want to go fast, what you have to do, you have to pull all the 5 of them and inspire them to run. If you want to stop, you have to pull all the 5. You cannot pull one and leave the others. Exactly the same way, we are to handle our senses, and all the senses are empowered. The battery for the intellect, for the mind and the senses is the consciousness, that Chaitanya. This is what we say, God is within us. And this entire combination is called individual. You, me, every one of us is an individual. I presume this picture will give a definitive understanding of our own personality. Now we are at the question of what is right action. Can somebody say what is right action?
Efforts put in the right direction.
Correct. Effort put in the right direction. Now, the right action is possible. There are 3 C's to success. How do we put the right action? There are 3 C's it is mentioned. The C's are concentration, consistency, and cooperative endeavor. It is not for the sake of rhyming, these words have been selected. They have been selected very carefully by Swamiji. The understanding of these 3 faculties or aspects can give us proper direction for the right action, and the moment you put a right action, there is a right success available to us. Let us see each one of them. What is this right action? So concentration, it is the capacity of our intellect to keep the mind on the present occupation without allowing it to slip into the past or the future. I presume it is quite clear. In the sense, the nature of the mind is to go into the past or the future. All the time, the mind tries to think what happened in the past and the worries of the past and what will happen in the future. Tomorrow, day after, next year, what happens to me, my connections in the sense husband, children, business, properties, etc. So what you are right now doing is not attended to properly. Right now I am speaking to you. If my mind is not here and it is worrying about the past or what will happen in the future, or even a worry like, am I telling everything properly so that all these people are able to get what I am telling, is also a worry, is also an anxiety. I am doing this job to the best of my ability. Simply do it. Just no ifs and buts. No past, no future. For that, I need a very powerful intellect to keep my mind on the top what I am doing right away. Similarly, whatever your chosen goal in your life, which you call it as a success, what you want to achieve, what you want to dream, you have to work back. What are the actions I should do to achieve that? See, since I am earlier I was an industrialist, so I can tell you how beautiful is this. If I have to establish a project, I have to work back on the resources I am having and what other resources I need and what are all the activities that will take me to the implementation of that project. This is called PERT chart in engineering. Program, evaluation, review, technique. So this applies to everybody, not only in engineering. Suppose you have a function in your family. You want the function to be successful. So you have to work back on the activities involved and then take right decisions and implement them as actions. So at the end of the function, you will feel completely satisfied. Yes, whatever I have done, I've taken right decisions, right actions, it has resulted in the right effects, and everything went very well. So this is the process of concentration. So now What does it mean? Your mind should be at rest while body is engaged in action. This is something which each one of us will have to contemplate to understand the meaning of this. If mind is slight vibrating, it will go to the past and the future. If the mind is peaceful, no thoughts of the past and the future, that is the peace within us. Peace, the definition of peace is when mind is without any vibrations. And when mind is so peaceful, the work done will be so perfect. The action you do will result in perfection. Imagine the astronauts going to the top and the people who are controlling those equipments down. How much focusing there should be until the whole thing goes and sets in the orbit. They cannot be thinking of anything other than that. Or imagine you are driving on the road. It will be your own personal experience. And you are driving at a high speed and there is a lot of traffic. You can't allow your concentration to be distracted. You will be in trouble. So concentration means the mind is on the job at that moment. So this is what we have understood by concentration. I presume this is clear. Then we will move into the next one. What is consistency? When your intellect channelizes all the actions in the set direction, you gain consistency. How do we understand this? Again, going back to a function or a project implementation, there are several activities. If all the activities are driven with perfect concentration to reach the goal at more or less the same time, that project gets completed. Suppose, you have seen some of these projects in Bangalore, the flyovers, they are half done, and for several years they were left as it is. Many of the projects, they set a deadline and they are not completed. Why? But you will see some activity there. Some road work is done, something is done, but something else is not completed. The recent example of electronic city, the metro, everything was ready, but the locomotive was not available. The metro train was not there. Wagons, the bogies were not there. And they were to wait more than a year to complete, to implement the project. So consistency is not doing one job properly. I have done my job. You are one of your managers in the company says, I have done my work. But the other fellow is behind. The organization suffers. So the person above must be observing all this and make sure wherever that weaknesses are there are supplemented, and see that all the activities are driven in one direction. See, in some of the old families, there used to be more than 50 people. In our own village, we had one family, Brahmin's family, almost 70, 80 people in one house. So some of them were not working, but others were working. So if the family will not grow at the speed with which the head of the family wants to. Let us say he wants, there are 10 of my brothers or cousins. I want 10 houses for them. Let me make it in my lifetime. Let us say it is his. But half of the brothers are channelizing their income somewhere else. So how do they how he can achieve the target? So similarly, any activity, when it is not single activity, for any of your success, usually there will not be one activity. There will be many activities to lead into the success. Therefore, you must push all the activities with the similar concentration and take it. So when actions flow thus, there is power and success in any endeavor. For example, you want to generate the power. If you see the hydro power project, before the power project, you would have seen the water simply falling there, helter-skelter at many places. You must have seen Joke Falls. So the moment you take a penstock, the pipe is called the penstock, and bring the water from that lake in a particular pipe and allow it to fall on a turbine in a particular angle, we are all having electricity. So when all the actions are flowing through in one direction, it generates power. Similarly, windmills. So the windmills generate power only after when the wind flows in one direction, then the windmill will rotate. So this is a second aspect of the success. These are called the right actions. Now, third and most very important is the cooperative endeavor. Any of you can say what is a cooperative endeavor in your understanding? I want some rest, so that's why I ask a question and wait. If all of you were here, it would have been very nice. One-to-one, there could have been a very good interaction, and also I believe it is a satsang. The benefit will be there. So, what do you mean by cooperative endeavor?
Like, if at all we have one goal, if everyone is cooperating to reach that goal, so focusing on one thing, it can be reached soon.
Yes, but when we say everyone, I am one of the part of the group. What is my cooperative endeavor?
I have to do what is supposed to do correctly.
Yes. Is that all? Again, going back to the project concept, you are head of the one department, and there is a big project, and there are many heads of the department. 10 departments are there which are working on this project. You have done all the things correctly, perfectly, and still the project goal is getting delayed.
And we should also check, the rest of the other responsibility is being fulfilled or not, like others.
Yes. So how I can be of assistance in the other area? So we will see now. I made some 4 steps in this. Let us go with this. Doing one's duty, merely doing I have done my job, does not constitute cooperative endeavor. Do you all agree, or you have a question? So I have done my duty, fine, it is good. It has to be done. You should do much better, or you should do much earlier than the schedule. But perfect. But that does not constitute a cooperative endeavor. So what is the next step? You go beyond your role to, even that word help also is not a good word, to role to assist in meeting the group's goal. See, we have to be very careful in choosing all this because it boosts our ego. When I say I'm helping you, that means my ego gets boosted. Oh, I am capable of helping someone. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa hammers on this. once Bankim Chaudhary comes to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and he says, "What is money?" And Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, "Money and clay, mud and clay."
He's
So
saying.
the same. He says, "I was having mud and clay one day, clay and a coin with me." Oh, sorry, not mud and clay. The coins and
Coin. He'll throw to the river. Correct.
yes, dropped in. So I dropped in the river. Then Bankim says, "See, even if it is few pennies, we could have given to, we could have helped someone with that." Then he gets Ramakrishna Paramahamsa admonishes him. He says, "What do you mean you helping someone? Whenever you give anything to anybody, you are helping yourself. It is a God who is helping through you, that person." See the subtlety of the subject. The moment you say, "I am doing something," that means I have to grow. I have not grown, rather. So here it says, you go beyond your role to assist in meeting the group's goals. I have completed my job and I am observing my colleague in the other department is not completing his work, and ask him, "Can I be of some help? Can I do something here?" Not that we go and interfere in his work and delay further. See, this also is another aspect. In the name of helping others, actually we are discouraging them, or we make them feel low, or they're inefficient. This is the most very important thing, human psychology. When we try to help others, see that he is also elevated, not pushing ourselves into the mainstream and I should be visible more. We should not be doing that. So you go beyond your role to assist the group's goal. There is one more aspect of it. Stretching beyond one's role in contributing to the goal. You're done, you're stretched beyond, but you should do it without expecting any additional credit. Now, at the end of the project, you go and boast, keep on telling the superiors and my colleagues and even the below people, "But for me, this project would not have been completed in time." And projecting yourself, like Trump is doing. He wants a Nobel Prize. So you go, you don't have to do that. If you do that, it doesn't become a cooperative endeavor. You become an ordinary person. I must do everything without disturbing the other person's activities or their morale, and also do not even dream expectation of any credit for that additional doing. What is this, sir? How is it possible? Is it human? If you don't ask, you don't get anything. There is a divinity which shapes our lives. You will get that. Whatever, if you are even expecting, that means it is not you're not announcing, you're not telling anybody, but internally you're expecting. That means you are not clean. Just do it for the sake of doing it. Get out from there and be ready for the next job. Tell me, sir, what is the next? This project is completed. What should I do next? So stretching beyond one's role in contributing to the goal without expecting any additional credit is a factor of cooperative endeavor. Now, the ultimate portion of this is possible only when the intellect, again the intellect, where you keep on telling what is this person, keep on telling intellect, it will be bored through your personality. By the end of the course, we'll be discussing only about the intellect, because he is the Prime Minister. No, we discussed. He is very close to the God. You want to reach God? Catch hold of this fellow, Buddhi. So this is possible only when the intellect maintains a true spirit of cooperation among one and all. To do the first three, doing one's duty also, you need intellect. Going behind the role and assisting others requires intellect, and not claiming any credit also requires an intellect. Otherwise, mind will always ask what I am getting from there, why I should do. I have done my job. Let me take, relax. So these things are overruled by the intellect and says, no, you do it. Then what is the benefit of all this? Your personality becomes purer. Your character gets strengthened. In an organization, people will recognize you as a person of character. The character building means this: build the intellect, your character is built. So this is what is a cooperative endeavor. So we have come to the end of this section called success. If we have any questions, we do have time. If there is one or two questions, if it is there, we can take it. Otherwise, we can move to the next section. How to build the intellect is the next section. That needs quite a good amount of understanding and time. So it is fully understood. So we are going to implement fully.
But the only problem is this knowledge will slip from our mind every often.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we have to do tremendous practice to be in this state of
Correct.
knowledge.
This is what I think you have studied Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. There also he tells you this.
Yes, yes.
All the time we remember God and do the work. Just he gives an example, beautiful example. If there is a maid in your house who has come from far place, even though she is working here, even though the owner's children, she takes, you are my child, all that, but her
mind,
back
she knows what is
home,
reality.
she will be remembering her son all the time. Similarly, when there is a music orchestra going on, our Carnatic classical music or Hindustani, the background instrument, it will be there all the time. Suppose a very highly classified, high class music, classical music person, if he wants to sing, this instrument, what is it called? Tanpura, the background. So it will be giving continuous notes. Suppose you won't stop that, she will not be able to sing. But none of us will recognize that. When they are singing, we'll be watching their singing. Mute your. You have to mute your. Yeah. So if that instrument is not there, they cannot sing. But that instrument we are not at all recognizing when we are listening to the music. So that is how one should work in life all the time, remembering that this whole creation is of God. So I am all the time I am in touch with the God. Right now we are talking, this voice is of God. The computer is of God. Everything is of God. Nothing of mine. That is the kind of surrenderness one should imbibe in. It is difficult. I know what you are telling is correct. It is difficult. So we have to practice that over a period of time.
Yes, sir. If we are in satsang, we will be in light. That is the concentration. Then we will be in the consistency, which that is the without expecting anything beyond your role. This makes us be in a consistent mood.
Yes. 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 Is there a question in that?
No, sir. Just I'm answering for Hamsaveni. That is being a satsang.
Yeah.
That is related to like concentration. Okay, that we will be in a light always.
Exactly.
Yes. Then the consistency will build over there without expecting anything. We are beyond our role.
Yes. Exactly.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am.
Yeah.
So here, the we have not gone into the Bhagavad Gita teaching, but it is whatever now we are discussing is the Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, for easy understanding, I can tell you in few steps. One is we must know what is our duty and what is not our duty. Most of the time, we are so much looking at ourselves as overburdened. Many of the activities are not directly pertaining to us. When we analyze what is my duty and what is not my duty, not only in your workplace, in your house, with respect to what is my duty with respect to my children, we interfere in their activities, even with respect to the husband, wife, friends. We have to make clarity on what is my duty and what is not my duty. Your life becomes automatically very simple. So the moment you know what is my duty and what is not my duty, then you have to do the duty in this pattern of 3 C's, concentration. How do we do that? Once you know this is my duty, whether you like it or not, you will execute with this kind of perfection. That's 3 C's perfection. See, many things, even though it is our duty, we may not like it. I normally give this example. Suppose we have old parents and they're unable to do their own daily course. You may have to do it. We have done it in our family. Many people have done to their parents. It is not pleasant. It will not be good. Easy. But you do it, whether you like it or not, you do it with pleasure. You have to do it with pleasure. The titiksha is developed by that method. So the first is knowing my duty, what is not my duty. Second is, whatever is your duty, do it with utmost perfection, whether you like it or not, with pleasure. Number 3 is, while doing the duty, you don't look at the consequences. What is my result, phala, I am going to get? You are working in your organization, you set the goal. This is the goal. It is already written in the board in front of you. And now you are at a distance of 1 month back. So today, what is my activities to be done? You have to focus fully on that. Not all the time looking up and say, oh, I'm so many months back, delayed. Or, when I'm going to achieve. After achieving, what will be my remuneration? Will I get a promotion? Those things should not disturb you here. This is the third level. That is, when working on the activity, we are 100% focused on that, not worrying about the results. Ma paleshu kathajana. You are only eligible for your duty, not for the results. I am there. I know what all you have done in the past. I'll mix it with your present activities, and I know how much to give to you. You don't bother. And even if you bother, you will not get whatever you want. You will get what you deserve, not what you desire. You will get what you deserve, not what you desire. This is what the God will be telling us. And the fourth portion is, at the end of the actions, you get some result. See, let us say you are expecting 100. You will get 30. Or you will get 90. Or you get 150. Or you get 200. When you get 30, don't get dejected, depressed, go to depressions. Take it as Ishvara Prasada. And how you can make your mind to accept this as Ishvara Prasada? Provided you accept that this is the net result of all my actions and my past actions, whatever it is. I deserve this. Even though I desired 100, I am deserving only 30. That is what the Lord has given me, 30. Ishvara Prasada. If you get 90, Ishvara Prasada. 150, Ishvara Prasada. 200, go and party in the clubs. We don't have to do that. Neither excitement nor depression. So these 4 points, when we slightly understand, one is knowing this is my duty, this is not my duty. Number 2, do your duty whether you like it or not. And while doing the duty, don't look at the results. At the end of the duty, whatever comes, take it as Ishvara Prasada, start afresh. No past anchorings. I did this, so I'm so great, I got 200. Or I am 30, I am rejected. No, both of them you remove. This is called Samatvam Yoga Muchyate. The balancing, keeping mind all the time peaceful. You are nanny. You are a realized person. There is nothing so great about liberation. The moment you are able to maintain balance of your mind all the time in all situations, you rise closer to the God. Okay. I think only 3 minutes is there. And there is a definition for God, what is given by us. It will come in the later thing. You can contemplate on this, and people can post certain things in case you want in the group clarifications. We can either answer in the group itself, or we can discuss when we have the time. Human being plus minus desires is equal to God. I repeat it. God is equal to human being minus desires. So here in Satsang Bhavan, we are planning many activities, and we are also doing many activities at the moment. Anybody nearby can always come and spend time all through the day, but evenings we can have satsangs. We can screen some of the Swamiji's DVDs, and further it can be, we can discuss on that if it is possible. And I think yesterday one person asked about the children. That DVD we have recorded as an audio this thing, and we are going to try to share it in the group for everybody's benefit. In fact, everybody, whoever has children or even otherwise, it is a very beneficial talk by Swamiji. I request all of you to go through that for your own benefit. So today's talk is completed. Any questions you can ask?
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone who has any questions can come up, can unmute themselves and directly discuss it with sir. Likewise, today's session was very full of wisdom, and anyone who would like to just share in short. Yeah, please, Amita ji, unmute yourself.
Yeah, Namaste, Uncle. I have a question regarding interference, as you mentioned the word. To what extent, to what level can we interfere, or can you please elaborate on interference to others, most probably to our closed ones?
Yes. It can be in an organization or it can be in a family.
Yeah, anywhere, but my preference is a family.
Okay. So let us say it's difficult to give actual examples, but I'll still try to. For example, children, they have, let us say they are attending the schools, they come back, there are homeworks, and this is one aspect. Number two, their own room, their own cupboard, dresses, books. Most of the time, the parents are more concerned and worried and anxious about their homeworks not being completed, their growth in the school, and or their timely going to the school. So we almost take over them. We actually literally do everything of their work sitting on their neck. And the parents may say, if we don't do that, they will not study. So it is a catch-22 situation. You don't do this, the children will not learn. The children, you allow them, they will not do it. What to be done? So this is where the DVD, yesterday also I gave some few answers for this. As parents, we have to maintain a very high level of discipline ourselves. All our actions are observed by the children very carefully. How we talk, how maturely we show our actions. All the time we are worried, we are talking, and we are putting them under pressure. They will refuse to think on their own. We are not allowing them to think. Children have to be let little free loose. Let them make mistakes. Very important is let them make mistakes. See, when we were children, nobody in our village, they were not asking you go to school also. If that fellow goes to, graze the cattle and do some work in the field, they would have been more happy. In spite of that, there are so many of us who went to the school. We learnt on our own. We came back. And the moment we come back, for them, the school is over means he is ready for work in the house. Bring the cattle, tie them, get some grass, clean the cow dung. All this was our work. But we became our own responsible for ourselves. Many of my friends in my village, they all reached very good levels in the organizations. So allow them to think for themselves, allow them to make mistakes. Just relax. You show a relaxed mood, they will become more relaxed. Allow them to, make mistakes. Let them fail 1 year. What happens? Instead of at the end of 10th year, they got a high marks, but he is mentally wrecked. You want such a child? And coming to the other spouses' activities, we should be highly matured. That means we become intellectual. Emotions are very important. In Swamiji's book, Vedanta Tita, Strength of Emotions, there is a chapter, the beauty of emotions, and how those emotions have to be practiced. So it's not that, we are all like stones. We have emotions, but we must operate with intellectual analysis. How to treat the husband or how to treat the wife. The first and foremost quality for any spouse should be how I can make my spouse more comfortable. How can I be of service to her or him? That kind of an internal thought should be there. Again, somebody, I don't remember her name, she was telling Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Look at Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Sharada Devi. Then probably they never touched each other. For which the entire marriages are made for physical level today, these days. Even emotions are not considered properly, whether they are matching emotionally, whether they are matching intellectually. Look at the beauty of that. I consider Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Sharada Devi as the most ideal couple. So we must have, that's why, what is my duty, what is not my duty. This clarity, when it comes, either with the children or with the parents or with the spouse, we will have a little more clarity. I should not interfere in their activity. With all this, one thing we must understand, there will be some kind of interferences, and we should be able to keep that minimum. I don't know, I will answer this. Who is the person who asked this question?
Yes, uncle, I got it.
Yeah, Amita. Are you in Bangalore, Amita?
Yeah, Bangalore.
In nearby
I stay
HSR?
Whitefield.
Whitefield, okay. All right. So best is to study some of these scriptural teachings. Particularly, there is a book called The Fall of the Human Intellect, which we are discussing. There, Swamiji says there are 6 reasons why anybody should get married. We must analyze that, and if you, out of that, only 2 or 3 categories are eligible for marriage, if you are that, you should marry. Otherwise, you should not. That's what he gives in guidelines. Okay? Similarly, how to handle children, Swamiji has given several lectures, and one of that we are going to share. There is, first and foremost, is our, we always look, the fault is there outside. Others are at fault. The children is at fault. Husband or parents, anybody, they are at fault. Swamiji doesn't accept that. He says, first, have you transformed? Are you free from defects? You just look at that. And then, even if you notice a thing, don't point out as a fault. Then you will be more peaceful. You cannot change the world. If my children are, they're born with a particular nature. Similarly, the husband is of a particular nature. I am born to parents who are of a particular nature. So you cannot change their swabhava, we call it. It comes in the next one or the second session, I think. One's own nature, how strong those natures are. So how do we handle those things? We have to learn by developing the intellect. Once the intellect is developed, all the other things are in your control. Why wars are happening today? We say these great heads of the states of Russia or Ukraine, are they not intelligent enough? Why they are fighting, killing people like this? Because intellect is not sufficiently developed. All the wars are happening even on the religions. Religion is supposed to provide us wisdom. Why we are fighting? Why people are getting killed in the name of religions? No intellect. Amita, has it given some ideas, Amma?
Yes, uncle, thank you.
Yeah. Study daily morning. The guidance given is don't accept anything for granted. Lord Buddha also says, don't follow whatever I have told. You examine them and then you make it your own and then follow. Number 2, question everything, not with arrogance. You question, somebody says you do this. You ask why. Not with arrogance. You want to know the truth. What is the truth behind it? If it is truth, yes, you do it. Then study early in the morning. The first thing when we get up in the morning, we have, whatever time you get up. If you get up at 4 o'clock, fantastic. If you are getting up at 5, 6, first thing in the morning, at least 30 minutes, read any one of the scriptures, any one of the book of these masters. So we always recommend Fall of Human Intellect, and if you complete that, there is a book called Vedanta Treatise, and that needs to be studied and understood, not reading. And you will get a lot of questions. You must consult a wise person and get the clarifications. So if you do this over a period of time, and there is one more thing prescribed is, before sleeping, you must introspect on the activities that you've done from morning till you're sleeping. Introspection should not go beyond 5 to 6 minutes. How can I complete, sir, all those experiences from morning till night? It is possible. If you should not start analyzing your actions. You just simply follow what all you've done in the from morning till the time of sleep. These three decisions, that is, question everything, don't accept anything for granted. Number two, study the scriptures early in the morning. Then at the time of sleeping, introspect on the actions you have gone through the day. These three will help. Over a period of 6 months' time, you will find yourself many things clarified. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let us catch up. Please join 5 minutes earlier so that the initial information is not.
Thank you, ma'am.
You want to say something, Suvarna?
No, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
To everyone. I have shared the book link. If anyone wants to get the Fall of Human Intellect, they can. It is available on Amazon, so you can just get it from there and go through it. And the center, the Satsang Bhavan, is open. So anyone who wants to walk in, I've shared the location and also shared the contact number. You can get in touch with us, and then you can walk in. You are most welcome.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Actually, I want to share one thing. I do have a daughter of 13 years. Before, I was thinking that just not keep on instructing her not to do this, not to do that. And she was not listening at all. And I was totally, getting irritation or something like that. I was attending so many sessions like this, and they were telling just leave and they will grow by themselves. Just instruct, not take something like personal, everything. And keep on doing that. Now I come to know that experiencing the reactions of her. She is only teaching me that don't react more. That's why this experiences makes us not to react more and leave them to grow by themselves. Okay, only by experience we can learn. Just working on myself more than working on others. We keep on work on others only. That never ever works. This is my own experience. I'm experiencing now. Before day by day, I'm learning about that experience. Each and everyone experience is different. If I listen to sir, I will get the idea. But what I experience is totally different. So we have to implement the ideas and feel your experience, and from that you will get the idea how to be in a light of life. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Today I got so many points, and it's a great session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, and likewise, ma'am also shared, Kavita ma'am, you also shared a very valuable insight during the session about how you can gain focus while attending the sessions, and also consistency by regularly coming to these sessions or coming to the Satsang Bhavan. And likewise, you can give you're giving your valuable insights during the session, sharing your experiences, so that whatever we have learned during this session, ultimately our goal will be reached. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. I'll end the session.
Thank you, everyone.